Anyone who has achieved anything in life knows that challenges and failures are necessary components of success. They know that when things get hard, that's not always a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's often a sign that you're doing something right. Because those hard times are what shape you into the person you're meant to be.
Back then, I didn't know what my purpose was. Like, I was just a natural giver and a doer, but in my mind, that's not how you pay the bills, right? Who am I? Oh, that is a loaded question. So I was raised in a rural town, Paris, Tennessee. We were back and forth living with my grandparents, and then my mom would move to town, which is Paris, with 3 other siblings, 2 brothers and a sister that live in the household, but I do have other siblings. So from that time up until I graduated high school, before I moved to Texas to live with my father. That's where we lived. Me and my dad, we bonded over football, right? So we would watch football, and back then they would show all of the armed forces commercials, try to entice you to join, and every time they would show the Navy, he would say, you know, your grandfather, he was in the Navy. He was almost 7 feet tall. His name was Charlie B. Tyler. I said, oh, okay, Dad. And he'll say, have you ever considered going to the Navy? I said, no, I never considered.
3 at Texas Stadium. The Cowboys holding on to a 2-point edge. We'll return to Texas Stadium in earnest right after this message and a word from your local station.
What's the latest?
No news.
Satellite imagery. Aviation forecasts.
Still waiting, sir.
The high-tech training of the weather crew is critical to over 5,000 sailors on this carrier.
Any word yet?
Yes, sir.
Right now, however, their expertise is important for a different reason.
This just in. Weather for our Liberty in Honolulu will be sunny with temperatures in the 90s.
For more information about high-tech training all over the world, call 1-800-USA-NAVY.
So one day, I just randomly went and talked to a recruiter, took the ASVAB test, gave me shipping orders. You join the armed forces for something that you really want, but at that time, I'm not saying I didn't want it. I knew it was going to be something big for me and my life, but at the same time, making my father proud, right? It was very short-lived. So it was very short-lived. So this I can. Oh man, you trying to get me, man. I was doing well. I was, went in really healthy. One day we were PTing, and so the way they have it, they have all the short people in the front because our legs are shorter, right? So we lead the pace, and generally I'm able to keep up. But we were out PTing, and I kept falling back. Now I'm thinking I'm running. In my mind, I'm like, I don't know what this artist is talking about. Like, he can get out of my face any day now, but I'm like, I'm running. So I'm thinking. So at some point now I'm running in place. And then he started to walk. He's like, Tyler, get your mirror up there now. I'm like, I'm on my way. I'm gonna get it. That's what I'm thinking. And then he stopped. And he looked at me. And then he was pretty tall, so he had short, like 4'11". So he stooped down and he looked at me. And he said, Tyler, go to sit call. And I'm thinking, like, why am I going? We out here running, right? So I go to sit call. I had 104-degree fever, and my blood count was a 7.1. Like, they didn't understand how I was just sitting there talking with them. So that journey of being discharged medically was deep. Honestly, I felt like I let my father down. And so they let me go. And I talked to my dad, and he was trying to calm me down because I was more upset, right? And so we get home. We didn't know what to do. And I was more so didn't want him to feel anything. So it was like, it's all good. I'm going to figure it out. In the meantime, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me medically. I was 21 years old this time, and I would go in for my appointments. They would check me out. It was always, I'll just go home and exercise. Disregarded how I was feeling. Again, I've been dealing with this and my dad watching me kind of like go through. And a lot of times I wouldn't complain or say anything because I'm thinking, oh, I need to go exercise because that's what I'm being told, right? And I would say it was a couple of them didn't even really they didn't take me serious, if that makes sense. Um, 10 years later, came across this one. He practiced family medicine, and I gave him symptoms, and he said, "Oh, sounds like you have Crohn's disease." I said, "Well, what is that?" I'm thinking it's something contagious. Never heard of it. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make you swallow this pill cam. So it's actually a camera in a pill form for about 24 hours. Now, all the while, I'm in pain, but not knowing what's going on. So a few hours after returning home, I started really feeling bad. Then I go to, I'm going to say it, Harris Methodist in Fort Worth. Totally different reaction. I don't know why I felt like it was the whole floor of doctors and nurses literally running in. Like, I was told you have 2 seconds to call somebody and let them know where you are because you're not gonna make it. So what happened, the pill can got stuck. It got lodged in the small intestines. And they had to remove 2 feet of the small intestines. And that's how I found out I had Crohn's disease. That was literally how I found out.
If you're in a dark room, she's the person who's walking with a torch. She's walking this way, giving light. And all these other people are in a trance walking the other way. But when they see Yolanda, they turn around and they follow her.
Fitness is very important to me because at one time I wasn't able to really be active at all. Again, there was times I wasn't able to walk.
That's the kind of light that she carries, and she embodies what we do as a mission. And it's not just working out, it's getting stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, intellectually, and then knowing that you can do anything you want if you just keep believing in yourself and you're willing to pay the price and get over the obstacles that you come in front of.
Well, the goal I have right now is to deadlift 225 pounds.
Let's go, let's go!
Let's go! Yes! Told you you're gonna get it. There it is.
It's almost like there's no stopping me. Like, I want to see how far I can go.
And I have nicknamed her truck. She has a black truck that I have nicknamed the missionary truck. Because every time you see that truck pull out of the garage, she's on her way to help someone. When she became better in her situation, she started working on, with the bounce back especially, to make sure that middle income families who fell upon hard times during a financial crisis would have the resources. And so she's put together a list of resources that they can reach out to get the necessary help that was needed for them. We've been to Paul Quinn, where we took some snacks and supplies to the kids who they was just so grateful to be able to get food, because a lot of times those college kids don't have money to eat properly. And so that was a blessing for them. We've taken school supplies to elementary schools and even the middle school food pantries. She's taken awards to teachers and gifts to teachers. Also, she's blessed people with holiday meals, not just take them a plate for like Thanksgiving, but the entire meal for the whole family. Just so unselfish. And this is something that she's thinking of something every single day. Now, I'm a part of a ministry at my church, and we do a lot for the community as well. It might be every once in a while. We can't even keep up with Miss Yolanda, because she really, I think she hits the floor running, thinking about who can I help? What can I do to be a blessing to somebody? So just so generous, so unselfish, so concerned. And out of all of that, she actually mentors urban youth. So where does she get the time? When does she sleep? And often she doesn't sleep because she's up planning and thinking of something else that she can do. And I think one that is really my heartbeat is that she serves the homeless community. And they will pack up truckloads of water, cold towels, and just go out to make things a little bit better for those who are less fortunate. And you don't just see that everywhere. You don't hear of it all the time. Like some people, when that happens to them and they have something where they run into a financial crisis, and if they can struggle their way and get out, then when they get out, it's all about them. It's all about making sure I'm going to be better. But what I have seen from her is really like what's written in Scripture. When thou art converted, you strengthen your brother. And all of these things, I said, that just outlines who she is as a person, always trying to make life better for everyone that she comes in contact with.
I knew what it was like to need. It brought me joy to know I was able to help other families. Of course, the majority of what I do is self-funded. But I made a decision years ago to create a different account, a separate account, to where I put a certain amount in that account to where I can help other people who are in need. It's a rewarding feeling to know that I'm able, and it could be something simple as a gas card. Resilience means to me overcome adversity, and whatever that adversity is for you, you're resilient. I mean, it could be something as you have this career goal and all these doors keep closing. If you have the mindset of saying, okay, that didn't work out the way I wanted to, but that's all right, and you move on. It's been resilient, because guess what? You didn't give up, right? And in my case, I will say this though. It was one time in my life, and this was some years ago, my last day in the hospital. So I was in the hospital for 8 days or so. I'm laying in my bed, going through a bad flare. Like nothing I was doing, the pain was not going away. And I was tired. Like, tired. And I was like in the most I can't even describe this pain to you. Like, it's one of those things where this is it. Like, okay, let me get my, Lord, I love you, I believe in you, all right, Daddy, get on ready, because my dad passed in 2007. And I was like, you know what, Lord? If today is my day, ready. But it was like the worst pain that I cannot even describe to you, honestly. And so I had enough strength to push the call button. Nurse runs in, and she sees me. Like, she's like, oh my God. Like, it was that, right? And so she said, I'm about to go call the doctor. And this is in the middle of the night, by the way. And I'm laying there. And the only thing I could think to do was saying, walk with me, Lord. And as I'm singing it, again, I'm laying in the bed and I'm doing this motion over the pain like this. And when I tell you, I don't know how much time passed. It wasn't long. The pain stopped. Like, it wasn't a gradual, like, the pain just went away. As if I didn't have it. It just stopped. Mind you, I looked like it was about that time to go. I felt like the pain went away. And I'm singing, walk with me, Lord. By this time, the nurse, I'm hearing her footsteps. She's running, like, she calling people. And she come in and she sees me. I'm in no pain. I don't look the way I look. And she said, what happened? The only thing I did was point it up. And I've never been in that amount of pain since. And after that, I vowed not to ever give up again. But yeah, I mean, honestly, let me just be real. Anytime I always say, okay, this is what I want, God showed me something bigger. So I had to stop. Like, I literally stopped, even with my career or anything else in my life. I said, you know what, let me stop telling you what I want. Because He'll always do something grand. And I'm like, oh, I think way too small. And you would think I learned my lesson because how He's been moving in my life. But I don't know, I guess. People tell me all the time that I'm very humble, and I am. So maybe that's why I'm thinking, you know what, Lord, I don't need all this over here. And He's like, no, you want to help more people? You want to do this? You're going to need this, So that's my answer. Because what do I hope? Whatever the Lord have, really, but whatever the Lord has for me, hey, that's just what it is. Okay, I'm ready. However you're going to give it, I'm going to receive it.